So, there's this awesome team made up of trainers and volunteers who are totally all about caring for the dogs, showering them with love and making sure they stay happy as they wait to get adopted. Seriously, this support is like a lifeline for the pup's emotional health. To get more people interested in adopting, they rolled out a massive ad campaign. And let me tell you, marketing is key when it comes to animal rescue. Thanks to this strategy, the sanctuary saw way more visitors showing up, which is amazing. Now, before anyone can take a dog home, they go through some pretty strict background checks. This is super important because it helps make sure that every dog is going to a safe, loving forever home. During the adoption event, there's a whole team working together, from organizing to helping out with the dogs. Each person is essential to making the whole thing run smoothly and ensuring that the dogs find their perfect homes. And guess what? All adopted dogs come with free pet food and insurance for life. That's a killer deal that really helps encourage more people to think about adopting a pup. To spice things up a bit, they surprise adopters with cash incentives, making the whole adoption vibe even more exciting. It's a cool way to celebrate what it means to bring a new furry friend into your life. At first, they had a huge win by adopting out 44 dogs. However, the focus shifted to this sweet dog named Buffet, who was having a tougher time finding his forever home. To help Buffet get noticed, they tried some creative strategies. They let potential adopters hang out and interact with the dogs freely, creating those special connections that make all the difference. But even with all those efforts, Buffet still faced rejection, which really highlights the bias against older or differently abled dogs. So, they launched a big-time marketing campaign to boost his chances. It's a real bummer that kill shelters sometimes have to euthanize animals because they just don't have the space. This is why rescue efforts are super critical, and getting the word out about adoption can really help. And hey, when celebs like Dave Bautista step in, it really helps bring attention to animal adoption. This kind of exposure can seriously boost those adoption rates, getting more pups into loving homes. The emotional bond between adopters and dogs is huge when it comes to successful adoptions. You know how personal stories about past pets hit us right in the feels? Yeah, that kind of compassion can definitely sway decisions. They really emphasize giving rescued dogs a quality life too, like with custom prosthetics for dogs like Buffet. This way, they can live their best lives with their new families. The bittersweet emotional journey of letting go really shines when the team thinks about their time with Buffet. You can feel the deep connections they've formed with all the pups. Financial support is super crucial, and when sponsors like Surfshark donate $50,000, it makes a huge difference for the shelters. That kind of funding helps save and find homes for even more dogs. It's really heartwarming to see several families stepping up to adopt older dogs, showing that awareness and compassion for these guys is on the rise. Their excitement gives everyone hope for more successful adoptions. The emotional roller coaster of the last two dogs, Star Crunch and Doralee, shows just how tough it can be for less popular pets in shelters. Their long wait for a forever home really drives home why adoption matters. And check this out, there's a surprise for whoever ends up adopting Doralee. It really shows how committed the shelter staff are to finding her a loving home, reinforcing their dedication to all the dogs they care for. Now, getting approved to adopt is crucial, and one person has to give a thumbs up before Doralee can go home. This really highlights the importance of responsible pet ownership. Oh, and the big reward for adopting the 100th dog? A cool $20,000 cash prize. It really shows how serious the organization is about encouraging people to consider adopting pets. Lastly, a generous $100,000 donation was made to support the organization in finding homes for abandoned pups. It's a true testament to the community's commitment to helping animal welfare.